Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. If you have not already, please consider subscribing. For everybody who knows that how I've been wanting 1,000 subscribers, I got there. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. Thank you, thank you so much. We did it. I'm a little bit over 1,000 subscribers now. I'm so grateful to all of you. I love you all so much. I love your comments. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know this channel would not be what it is today without all of you, and I'm just touched, and I'm just very, very, very grateful. So I hope that you had a very nice St. Patrick's Day. I changed this up just a little bit again. I've got the ladybug back for your abundance visual. If you don't know what that means, go ahead and look up the ladybug totem. Okay. Last week I had a little pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. And so what I want to do is I want to have something that you can look at while I'm giving you the reading that will generate the frequency of abundance to you. Okay, now those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. This is book one. I read book one aloud live on Facebook, and I've uploaded all of those videos here to YouTube for you all to enjoy. If you've already read book one or watched all of those videos of me reading it aloud, I already have book two written and published and available. These absolutely beautiful, very well made, very high quality paperbacks are available from Kindle Direct Publishing. They're only $15.99 each plus shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, your shipping will be free. So all the links that you need for those are in the description box below to purchase or to watch all the videos of me reading book one aloud. It's free for you. It's a new kind of superhero. Give it a chance. Give it a shot. Everybody who's read it loves it. So if you do watch those videos or buy it and read it and love it, tell people about it. So I'm trying to get it to where people know it's there, because it's a really different type of superhero and a brand new story that's just super awesome. Okay, now today I'm using the Forest of Enchantment Tarot again. Okay, last week I used these for St. Patrick's Day. This is by Linnea Weatherstone and Marilla Allwood, and I love this deck. It's all about the whole thing is the journey of your spiritual journey to enlightenment is likened to a journey through an enchanted forest, the same enchanted forest that we would read about as children in fairy tales. So there's fairy tales in here. There's legends and stuff like that. There's fairies and gnomes and sprites and trolls, and even hints of the fairy tales are in some of these cards. I just love it so much that I decided to use it again for this week because it is now spring. That's why I have all my spring stuff back, and I do have, I did buy 4 new decks, and so now that it's spring, I'm going to be using this one. Also, please excuse my nails. I just painted them, and you know how you get a little bit of nail polish on the outside? Well, usually I can wash my hands enough to get that off, but I just did them today, so please pardon my nails. But this is the another oracle that I'm going to be using after I read the tarot. This is Botanical Inspirations by Lynn Arajo. Oh, and it's just, look at this beautiful little box that it comes in. Okay, it's so beautiful. And what this is a bunch of paintings of flowers, and the flowers have their own language, like back in these are not just enchanted forests, they're the forests of Europe, of England and stuff like that. And back in England and France and Europe, they would talk to each other through the language of flowers. Lovers would send flowers that mean this or that in order to communicate to that lover this or that. So this particular, these flowers were painted by Pierre Joseph Redouté. Oh my goodness. Redoute? Anyway, Marie Antoinette hired him to decorate the walls of her chateau. And Empress Josephine, you know Napoleon and Josephine? Empress Josephine invited him to her Chateau de Malmaison to paint the flowers of her garden. So these, he lived between 1759 and 1840, but these cards are absolutely beautiful. And so I'm going to, get a message from the flowers. The last reading I just did for Virgo, the fairies told me that those messages were from them as well because, pardon me, we are going to be using the Oracle of the Fairies again. This is spring now. Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay and artwork by Ginger Kelly. I had to use these same decks again, but I've got the flower decks as well for us, okay? So as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will and major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you made for your life so that you would encounter certain lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration of your soul. And as you go doing that, lifetime after lifetime, you eventually get to a place where you can be enlightened, okay? Now this deck here doesn't have reversed meanings except for the people cards, which is the kings, the queens, the knights, and the pages, which are, they're called something different here. They're the child, the seeker, the weaver, and the keepers. Okay, so let's jump right in. Now right here at the heart of everything for you, Capricorn, we have the major arcana card of the lovers, okay? So for some of you, this is a Gemini that's at the heart of everything. This is the energy that's at the heart of everything for you right now. This could simply be a Gemini in your life, a Gemini that you're in love with perhaps, or this is you being in love with someone else. This is, like I said, a major arcana card, and so this is a very major energy for you at this time. You may be deeply in love right now, and with someone that you consider your equal, because they both have bows, and they're both wearing these wrist protectors. And, because I read the book and this is the story behind it, they are both equal. They're just taking a break from hunting to be with each other because they're so in love, and they're equals. Okay, so there's this beautiful, loving energy. You may have been relaxing somewhere, enjoying your time with your beloved, or you may have just met someone and fallen in love. This is the energy behind this. This is absolutely beautiful. Now, the energy that is crossing this major arcana energy is another major arcana. And this is the last card in the major arcana. This is the world. In other decks, this is the wide world here in this deck. You can see this white heart right here. This deer, they're called hearts as well. Now, at the beginning of the major arcana, the white heart is the Fool card. He is at the beginning of the journey through the forest. This is the end of the journey through the forest. So that means that a cycle is over, okay? Yeah, a cycle is over here. You may have been looking for this lover and just have found it and found your lover, okay? Now, this is the energy that's at the root of everything for you at this time, okay? Because I feel like this lover card here is the reason why you have this end of a cycle. okay? This Lovers here is has closed something out for you, and this is it, I'm thinking here. This 10 of Challenges in reverse. Now, because this is not a people card, even though it's got a person on it, it's not a knight or a page, you know what I mean. This is the 10. The 10 of Challenges, and the challenges are swords, which is air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. So there's two messages there about Gemini. But the thing here is that it's upside down, which means it's not fully manifested. It isn't fully in its power. This is, now this is, as the 10 of Challenges would be the 10 of Swords when you are stabbed in the back and all that. But I'm going to use these stories behind these cards because there's a lot of hard work went into these cards. And I feel like they're the reason I use particular cards, because these particular messages are supposed to come out. Now, this is a knight, okay, who decided to hunt a mythical beast. And he spent his entire life doing this. Until now he's old and tired and he can't do it anymore. And now he's realized, oh man, I've spent my entire life trying to find this thing. I never did. And now I have to give up. Oh my God, I wasted my whole life. Okay? So that's pretty harsh right there, you know? So this is not fully manifested. So I feel like you probably were almost about to waste your whole life chasing something that you were never going to catch, that it was never going to be there for you. And this is the cycle that didn't complete. Okay, it didn't fully manifest. And so now that you can leave something unfinished and be done with a cycle. You see what I mean? This didn't manifest so much in your life that now there's no going back. You were almost wasting your entire life searching for something, and so now you can also see clearly. You'll see that, like, when you go through the forest, there's trees and brambles and everything everywhere, but when you get through it and you get to the wide world, now you have this clarity. You can see beyond the forest, okay? So now I think that this Lovers card here brought you a whole lot of clarity. And now you can see where you're going. See, this knight didn't know when he was going to catch this thing. He didn't know what his future would hold because it was always about this mythical beast. He could never see clearly. He could never see his way out of the forest because he was always trying to chase something that may or may not have even existed. Okay, so this is the energy that's moving out of your life at this time. This is the 6 of Challenges. So challenges is swords, again, more air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. While the 6 of Challenges or the 6 of Swords is usually either moving on or going on a journey, a mental journey for answers. This is what the 6 of Swords has been for me traditionally. It can also mean going on a trip over water. You can see that this story here on this card is very different from those things. And what's happened is this little dwarf woman has been chased up the tree and these are magical dwarves, by the way. See her ear? Okay, this is not little people, which I totally respect. But this little dwarf woman has been chased by these magical wolves. That's another thing that they made a point in this book, that, regular wolves these days, may or may not do this to a person. We don't want to villainize wolves out into, I've got my beautiful white wolf here. We're not villainizing wolves, but these are magical wolves, they said. And if she fell down there, they would eat her up, okay? So anyway, so what's happened is that she's been treed, okay? Now, all she has to do, but all she can do actually, is wait them out, okay? So I think what happened is that's what you did. You climbed a tree and you waited out these wolves, and now you're done. Now you can climb down and go home and have your your hot supper. Okay, so these next two cards for me as a reader are future cards. And here you've got an ace, a new beginning to manifest. Okay, you can see that it's in reverse. Look at that beautiful swan. Now this is the Ace of Visions. Visions are cups. So this is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Now because it's in reverse, this energy is not fully manifested. As a future card, this is still a possibility, but it is manifesting. I'm feeling like it's going to happen. It's just manifesting. So this is the Ace of Cups. This is the Holy Grail. This is a powerful, powerful, powerful love. Okay, this is absolute beauty. But I'm feeling like I need to check this book because there's a story behind this swan and I'm not having, oh wow, it turned right to it. Holy, so it means serenity, compassion, spirituality, kindness, a new way of seeing, a gift of love, okay? Oh, the swan says, a dream is a wish your heart makes. Oh, that's like Cinderella. Okay, so it's talking about how swans mate for life. They're emotional and expressive creatures. The swan's gift to you is a tiny enchanted pool in a secluded glade. When the water is still, it becomes a magic mirror. All that you desire is reflected here, and most importantly, so is your own true self. You have nothing to fear from this. Your swan knows that your true self is noble, pure, and beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so, you know, it could be that this lover energy, you may not even know about this lover yet, is what I'm getting. These energies, you may not realize that a cycle is closing because this lover is coming in. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful, Capricorn. Please let me know if this is what happens for you. My goodness. Alrighty. The Three of Spells is next, and spells are wands. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And the Three of Wands, you usually see a man standing on a cliff by the ocean, and there's some ships in the ocean in front of him. Pardon me. And what is going on there is he's a merchant, and he sent his ships out, and then he's sitting there waiting for them to come back in because he sent out his goods. Now he's waiting for his money, okay, or vice versa. And so threes are all about manifestation, okay, and that's exactly what this witch is doing, okay. What she's done is she's taken little walnut shells and she's put tiny little candles in them, and all that sparkling right there is her intentions. It's her magic. It's her energy. That's what it would look like if we could see our energy that we put out, if we were all that psychic. Now what she does is she has an intention for each little candle, and then she puts it out into the water, and then eventually, it sinks and it takes it into the earth, and then the earth will then give her what her intentions asked for, okay? So this is still kind of the energy of waiting for your ships to come in, but it could be that what I'm getting right here is that you may have manifested this, or you may be manifesting this, and then the love comes in. Okay, so this could be some sort of collaboration too. You may meet someone and some sort of teamwork, or you might get thrown together and have to do something create at work, or, you know, who knows, for your kids' school, or who knows where you're going to meet this person. But this has to do with your intentions, what you've sent out, and you're waiting for it to come back in. I'm going to go ahead and check the book on that one too, because I want to know what these little wispy beings are. Oh, wow, it turned right to it again. Okay. So these are called will-o'-the-wisps. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and, no wonder I couldn't remember. I'd never heard of those before. Will-o'-the-wisps fly to accompany the boats, drawn as always by the power of fire magic. Yeah. So this card invites you to become the cloaked magician, casting a new spell. Follow the movement of the fireboats on the dark water and envision your own project gathering energy. Whatever you launch now has an excellent chance of success. So the meaning at a glance here says the beginning of a new enterprise, putting your creative energy out into the world and watching to see what comes of it. Walnut lore says that if someone gives you a bag of walnuts, your most recent wish will come true. I was told to read that. Maybe some of you were given a bag of walnuts recently. And when I read that this last weekend, I realized that there was a couple of times I was given a bag of walnuts, and my dream, my most recent wish, did come true. Okay, so I feel like you may be doing this. You're going to set your intention, and this is what's going to cause the cycle to end. It's going to bring in your lover and your new beginning, because you're just like, okay, I'm done chasing this thing, or being chased by this thing. Alrighty, so here we have your hopes, and this is the Seeker of Boons. Okay, now the Seekers are the knights, and all knights are bringers of change. And this Seeker, she's out. Boons are pentacles, which is your energy, earth energy, along with Virgo and Taurus. And so what she's doing is she's out gathering like crystals. Okay, those are some green crystals, and so I just feel like you're hoping for your night to arrive, you know, your new beginning to arrive, because the Knight of Pentacles is a slow mover, but out of all of the knights, he's more apt to become king because he does everything the correct way. Now, so that's what I'm going to say about her. She is doing everything slowly and methodically and correctly. I mean, look at all the tools that she's got. She's not out there to fool around. She's out there to do her job. She knows the power of the stones, which is why she's got one around her neck. You know, she has this sharp thing to dig into the ground with, but she's also got this sharp, not sharp, but this little hammer to knock off, you know, pieces of things on it. And, you know, she's being careful. She's doing it right. And so if anybody is going to become queen, it's going to be her, right? So I think what you're hoping for is somebody who knows to do things right, who goes slow, who takes it easy, who is as concerned with doing things right as you are, who is not in a hurry, okay? And because, you know, this poor little dwarf lady sure did have to hurry to get out of the reach of these wolves. Okay, so you're like, I'm just wanting to chill now. I don't, you know, if whether this is you, what you hope for your energy to be, or for someone, this lover in your life, to be like this is all about just doing things methodically and not being in a hurry, and bringing in beautiful things that are totally worth it. Because once she takes that crystal home, it's with her forever. It's not going to, you know, break down. It's a stone. It's, you know what I mean? So this is your hope, to take your time and bring in treasures that will last forever, I just heard. Now this is you, or your situation, your environment, or your state of being. And so you've been, isolated a lot, okay? But that's ending, okay? You've been stuck in this tree, trying to get away from, the ravages of life, just trying to get some peace and quiet here. Trying to find out what brings you joy and happiness. I'm pretty sure that she thinks that, what would make me happy is getting down out of this tree and going home and having my supper. That's what she's thinking. That's what's going to make her happy right now. And so maybe what you need to do is the same thing. You're over here trying to figure out what brings you joy and happiness, but you also like to be alone. So maybe what you need, this person coming in is going to be like you, okay? You've got this earth energy here. And so maybe if you like to be alone, you just need someone who also likes to be alone, so that you can have this unspoken understanding, or even a spoken understanding, just like, okay, I got to go into the office for a while and just blah blah blah, and they'll be like, okay, good, now I'm going to do this that I was going to do. There is harmony available. You don't have to be alone. Now, I mean, it's no fun to be stuck by yourself, facing the ravages of the world all by yourself. And, it's either be inside a hole in the ground where they can't reach you and be up all by yourself, or take a chance and go out into the world and you might get treed. But like I said, if you're hoping for someone who does everything right, then this is what you're going to get. This is if you manifest a person, just say, Spirit, I want a person that is perfect for me, where we'll have harmony, and I'm going to trust you. I'm going to have faith that you know what that is for me. I just admit what you like in life. I like to be alone sometimes, but I'm sick of it. Just trust Spirit, that Spirit will know exactly who to bring in for you. Because this is what you fear. You fear being left out in the cold. Boy, this card sure has come up a lot for almost all the signs since I've had this deck. I've never seen the 5 of coins so much in my this whole time that I've been doing readings here. Now, this is being left out in the cold. The story behind this is these 2 little boys were left out in the enchanted forest to fend for themselves, and they're very sad about it, and they're very stuck in their lack mentality, where they're sad, they've been abandoned, they have no food, they're cold, they're starving to death, and they're just so involved, embroiled in that mentality that they don't look around. And they don't see that what Spirit has done is created a miracle, because these are magical strawberries. Strawberries don't grow in the snow. And so, this card came out for Virgo, and the message I heard is that what Spirit did was moved heaven and earth for you, basically. Spirit created a miracle for you, because these children, if they just see these strawberries, the first thing that's going to bless them is they've got food. They can eat these strawberries. And as they eat them, and they find that these strawberries are making a path to this warm, beautiful little home here that's very cozy, then, that's where they would find possibly a family who would take them in, where they would fit in like their soul family. They fit in with these people more than they did with their own parents. You know what I'm saying? But this is your fear. You're afraid of being left out in the cold. You're afraid of being poor and starving and lonely, and not fitting in, and being discarded. I heard just being discarded. Oh, Capricorn, I'm so sorry. But, even if something like that did happen, Spirit says, I will not forsake you. I'm here for you, Capricorn. I'm always around. And if these boys, like I was saying, you have to be grateful for what you have, because you know, they could be saying to themselves, oh my God, we're so cold, and I'm wrapping this one blanket around us, and it's not even warming us, and it's not, you know, blah, blah, blah. Just imagine how they would be feeling if they didn't have that blanket. If they didn't have these tiny pieces of food that they're sharing, it would be even worse. There's always someone worse off than you. And so there's always someone better off than you. And so what you have to do is you have to count those blessings, okay? You have to be grateful for them. And when you're grateful, the Spirit brings you more things to be grateful for. When you are not grateful, Spirit brings you less things to be grateful for, because, you know, Spirit isn't, the way the energies work is Spirit's not going to argue with you. It's just going to reflect back to you what your vibration is. Now, this swan is seeing her true self here in this magic mirror, and she is a queen. She is, so what happened is basically this would be like you being grateful, and so your reflection would be more like that. Whereas if this was the physical aspect of this swan, and she was looking, and she wasn't grateful for her crown, if she wasn't grateful for her queenhood, then this is what her reflection would be, is plain. You see what I mean? Now, this is the energy that is at the, this is your possible outcome. And I say possible because we have free will. But this is another 5, okay? So do you have any more 5s? No. Okay, so you've got the 5 of Boons, and you've got the major arcana 5 as well. So you may want to go look at angel number 55, because that will have another message just for you. But also 5s are change, and there's some major change going on here. You've got it in your minor arcana, and now you've got it in your major arcana. And to me, this is saying that there's going to be changes both ways. Okay, this, wow, okay. So this is the oldest one. This is the Hierophant in other decks. Focus, yay, thank you. So this tree has been around like forever, like nobody even really remembers when it was a sproutling or anything. And it's, this tree has seen all the things that have ever gone on in that enchanted forest. This is the if you want a story, this is where to ask. Now, you know what I'm going to do though, because it just doesn't seem very much like the Hierophant, and I've completely forgotten the point of, let me just look it up here. Okay, the oldest one, the, okay, yeah, okay, now I see where this is like the Hierophant. The meaning at a glance here is the teaching and traditions, religion and mythology, wise counsel, true authority and expertise. Okay, so the oldest one reminds us that having a historical perspective is reassuring in times of trouble, and having a mythological or religious perspective helps us find meaning in our lives. Okay, tales, legends, and lore have been handed down from generation to generation because they're a vital part of our shared humanity. Oh, okay, so this is the story that you most need to hear right now. Wow, okay. So this is some teaching, okay? There's something that you need to hear right now. There's the tale of success, I believe. How to manifest what you're wanting to manifest in your life, okay? So if it's not if the tale that you need to hear right now is not this reading, look for it somewhere else. There's someone in your life who is very wise, who knows all the stories, okay? Now this could be like a grandparent or someone else's grandparent, or, you know, if you work in a nursing home, maybe it's you know, the oldest person who's able to speak and be coherent enough to tell stories. You know what I mean? This is someone who knows what they're talking about. This is what you need to go find some counsel from someone who really knows what they're talking about, because this person is going to tell you something that is going to change things for you. Now, how many major arcanas do you have here? Um, oh, I'm trying to get ahead. I almost forget that almost all the time, so I'm trying to get ahead of myself. Oh my God. But I forgot to do the bottom of the deck energy, okay? So the underlying energy of all of this is the unmanifested energy of the Keeper of Boons, okay? And now I'm seeing the Seeker of Boons here. Now, this is the king of coins or pentacles. Now, see, he's surrounded by all kinds of crystals and metals and beauty, and he's got a badger. he's Now, she is doing everything right. I just said that she's the one who would be more apt to become king or queen, because she does everything the right way. Well, this is the underlying energy. It's not fully manifested yet, but this is the manifesting energy. So I think that this is what is coming for you. This is the underlying energy is I think maybe this is what you want to be. Man or woman, you probably want to be the king of coins. You want to be set. You want to be happy. You want your, I mean, look at him. He's a really happy person. He's got everything that he needs. He's got a handle on his health and his wealth, which is the earth element. He's made friends with a badger. I mean, that's really hard to do. Badgers are pretty cranky. And, you know, so he's just the sweetest, most generous, kind person. And so I'm just feeling right now that you want to be kind, you want to help other people, but in order to do that, you have to have more resources. Like, you have to have more money to help people with money. You know what I mean? There's this giving, generous nature that is dying to get out of you. And it's starting to, because this is your hope card. But notice how this is the knight and not the king, okay? So I'm feeling like what you need to do is you need to see past this. What you're hoping for isn't really what you are truly hoping for. It's, I mean, even though this seeker could become king, maybe what you want to do is you want to become this king like the right way. You want to take the correct steps to get here, but this is really what you want. It's this energy, this generosity, this handle on your health, on your wealth, on your family life, on everything that has to do with the earth. Wow, I'm channeling pretty hard. Let me just take a breath here. Yeah, there's going to be a tower moment, okay? And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one, because right underneath this tower moment is a new beginning that is very passionate and beautiful. This is the Wands, Ace of Wands. And so, you know, whenever I get wands and visions, or wands and cups together, that's a passionate love. Okay? Wow, Capricorn. Awesome. Okay, so let's see what flowers the fairies want to give you. Let's get this pile out of the way here, and let's just see okay, what flower messages would you like to give Capricorn at this time? Flower fairies. Or maybe the flower pixies. Oh, okay. I guess it's the pixies. Gotta pick that one up. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Whoops. Sorry, guys. That's the side of my wall. Okay. Here we have daffodil, narcissus, rebirth, and new beginnings. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Lao Tzu. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So if you're going through a painful ending, which it kind of looks like you are, okay, the new beginnings, oh man, what a relief. That's going to be absolutely beautiful. Whoa, these guys are upside down. Okay. Oh, lilies. This is a stargazer lily. It's a silk flower, but it's one of my favorites. I love lilies. I have a niece named Lily. Lily, majesty and virtue. Oh, that just reminds me of the swans. The lily is the emblem rare of many virtues, good and rare. The lily is the emblem rare of many virtues, good and rare. Wow, okay. So I'm thinking that this love is probably going to be kind of rare. Wow, oh, forget-me-nots. Maybe this is a person from your past. Eternal memories. The best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. Oh, okay. So this is saying that yes, this could have been somebody from your past coming back, but this is also, look back on your life, on your happiest times, and be grateful for those. This is a really good way to get the grateful, happy, harmonious energy going that you want to send out your manifestation in um, with these wishes that you're trying to create. Okay, before I get out the fairy cards, I want to see how much control you have over this situation. I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minors. As I've spoken about at the beginning of the reading, the major arcanas are related to your divine blueprint, which are a kind of destiny, okay? So it takes a little bit of your control that you have right now out. And you've got the Lovers, the Wide World, the Oldest One, and the Hermit, okay? So that's 4 out of 10 cards, which means almost half of this is your divine blueprint. But this is obviously a very, very important time for you because this love is rare. This love is beautiful and divine, and it's going to be very faithful, I believe. This is the end of an old cycle, and this is the new cycle where you can see clearly. You can see what you're going to do. You can see where you're going. And right now, you're in hermit mode. So before you finish your hermit mode, make sure that you come out of it knowing what brings you joy, because that's what you're going to manifest. And maybe before you manifest, you may need to speak with a wise person who can give you good counsel. Or it could be that this wise person is the one who's coming in, which I just felt, so that was surprising to me. Oh, another thing. Okay. Oh, duh. I'm feeling like a dork now. Okay. The Hierophant represents marriage. The Hierophant represents marriage. The Swan marries for life. Okay. Capricorn, you are finding someone that you are going to marry. Oh man, that is sweet. Sweet. Okay, I'm getting a little long here. Let's ask the fairies. Fairies, what would you like to tell Capricorn? How would you like to cap off this Capricorn awesome reading? Because they're, gosh, you know, with this COVID and stuff, we've all really needed really good news. And I'm really glad to give you this news, Capricorn. This is some beautiful energy. Thank you for letting me in into your energy. Beautiful, sweet fairies, ancient, lovely fairies. Thank you so much. May I have one more, or two more rather? Beautiful, sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Yay! Alrighty, let's get this one. Sorry about that, guys. I It's kind of involuntary. It's when I have to, as I get older and I have to reach something, you know what I mean. Anyway, okay, look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. Yay, I really love this card. Wow, look at these cute little mushrooms. They're exactly like this mushroom house for this gnome. And he's reading, and I always say that he's reading my books, Perception, The Two Yet One. Oh, hey, maybe you should try out my books and see if they give you some answers. They do heal people. There's been... people have told me that they've realized this or that, and while they read it, and it was very healing for them. Try it, give it a shot. Okay, inner child, the fairies of playfulness remind you to make some time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. That is also a wonderful idea. Remember how to have fun. When this person comes into your life, nobody wants to be with a serious person. I mean, they might, but you know what I mean? Just like, learn how to have fun again. And then when you get together, then you can just go in step, and look, get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out and dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. What? Capricorn, you are getting married. Wow, this is one of the best readings. Thank you so much for letting me be in your energy. I really hope that you enjoyed your reading, Capricorn. That's what I have for you. See you next time.